Well, it says we're live, so another day of Magnum work. I gotta clean up this mess a little bit, but you can spend some time with me. We're gonna finish up this elevator. Mark it, cut it, set it aside, and then I'm gonna drill the motor mounts. I dug out my Meslick wheel pants for my Meslick gear. So we got that set up. I have to cut a slot in this to stick that in and drill these and get the wheels mounted. Let's see what all this business is going to weigh. Yep, 3 ounces. It's 2.25 ounces less the wheels, and the wheels are, I got these light ones here. The wheels, 5.5, 1.9. Yeah, maybe not 3 ounces here. Let's see. 220. I could leave the pants off, but 2.6. So we're in good shape. That's good. We've saved on the wheels. So I just don't have any damn room. First thing I'm going to need to do here is let me get the trash can over here and start throwing this shit out. I'm going to be making a trip back to St. Louis here shortly. What do you mean, no data? It says we're going there. I don't know. Is the connection okay, guys? It says, oh, excellent connection, no data. I wish it'd make up its mind. Dug up some little screws. We're gonna have to, let's see, put these on the couch. Gotta get some room to work. Couch. That's the landing gear. We'll get them put together today. We'll get rid of this. Found a push rod. I'm gonna do this push rod a little different. I found a piece of this, and I'm going to just run a piece of 3/32 wire. I don't even have any. I'm going to have to buy some. Wait a minute, what's that? What is this? This is brass. I'll get the lead outs done today too. So much work to do and so little time. Yes, it's working. All good. Great. Thanks, Tommy. Anyway, got a push rod. This is an older bell crank. I got a new one I just made. I'll have to cut the flashing off of this one. But it's a little bit beefier. So we might do that. We'll see. Nothing is set in stone with this model. First thing I want to do is I want to get this motor mounted today. We can finish this up at any time. I got to get this mess cleaned up so I can lay the skins up today. Got a lot I want to do. And depending on how much I want to talk will depend on how much time I'm going to spend on this program. So if you just want to watch, I can do a lot. If you want me to talk, that's a different story. Now, Big Jim says he ain't never seen nobody drill holes by hand. Well, I do it every day, so it ain't no big deal. You're supposed to use a drill press to do this shit, but I don't have one here. Yep, that'll be good. So first thing I want to do is I want to drill some little holes for these little screws. Get them mounted. Hopefully I got a screwdriver that small, which I probably don't, but we shall see. Hey, well, let's do it. If I got it, we'll. Okay, so now before the price went up, I went and got one of them other $20 Harbor Freight titanium drill indexes. So I got 2 of them now. I'm missing a bit out of that one. But we got a new index here with new bits. Good sharp bit is pretty important. So that size there. This size right here. A 1. Yep. I hate this thing. This is the crappiest Dremel I got. Bulky. Three likes, that's what I like to see. We got 3 going there. Let's see here, where's the, there, shit. People say you can't work without tools, or I have no room here and I have no tools here. Everything I do is by hand. And I've built some pretty nice airplanes out of this place. It's nice to have the tools that I have back in St. Louis, the drill press, the bandsaw, the disc sander, the table saw, the right jigs and stuff, but But I ain't got it, so I got to do it this way. This more or less just shows you that what can be done. When I was a kid, I didn't have shit. I had to do everything with a rock and a stick. These are just some T6 aluminum I cut on the shear at work. Let's see here, what size do we want to use? 1/16. Gotta make sure. We're gonna do a test. We'll do a test drill into the bench here. Hey, Yogi. I test drilled into the bench there to make sure that this little drill bit is going to leave enough bite for the threads of these little wood screws. If not, I got to drill it smaller. No flying today. Crap weather again. Yep, that's good enough. Just barely. No flying today. Well, Big Jim, you can see I'm drilling holes again without a drill press. I gotta do what I gotta do. Normally I use 1/8" pads. This time it's 1/16" pads for the simple fact I moved the thrust line 3/16 off from the original design, which shouldn't make any damn difference. I'm sure when he designed it, he didn't do pi r squared times radial whatever to get a biffle plate and waffle pump location. So it don't matter. we got a couple of holes we need to drill it extra because I'm running this firewall, which I normally don't do, but I've set these motor pads to the outside, so I'm going to have to take when I cut it on the shear, I set it at 1/16 of an inch, or 3/8 of an inch. But our shear is so old, it's from the 40s, that it doesn't quite cut exact, so it leaves a few thousandths difference. Everything we got there is antique. We got a drill press that runs with a belt, you know, big wide leather belt. The brake is from the 30s. That shit would be super expensive if you had to buy it in today's money. "12-foot long shear, 12-foot long brake, drill press that'll turn 1-inch drill bits and bigger, 2-inch drill bits." That'd be super expensive. Okay, so we got that. Let's, I don't know if this wheel's going to clean it up or not, but we'll try. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Beautimous. Okay, we're going to use this. I have an engine, a drill jig, but it won't allow me to offset my motor, and I like to run 3 degrees motor offset. So what I do is I leave it about a 32nd of an inch. Oh, we can show up close here so you get the right offset. It's about, I took the calipers and measured. It's about a 30, shit, I need to clean that up too. It's about a 32nd of an inch wider than the bottom of the case. Will give you the 3 degrees that you need. And when I say 3 degrees, that's just a guesstimate. I mean, I don't have a protractor on it or whatever. So you want to, holding it upright, you want to turn it in, because that way it'll be pointed out. And you can see that there's slight variable there, but just turn it out so that it goes all the way, you know, to the stop. And then we're going to mark it and drill it. No good. I need a better marker. Huh, pencil maybe. Just so happens I have a pencil sharpener here somewhere. My X-Acto pencil sharpener. I had a long 1/8" drill bit, but it broke. You just take it and drill right down through the top. I got a long 3/32 now, but or 3/16, but it's too big. So we're going to drill pilot holes for these. Hot. Hot, hot, hot. Damn, broke the bit. Now I got a problem. Everything's always a problem. Yep, got it. Okay, so we want to we got to stop doing that. What size bit was that? That was a 332, and that's the one that's missing out of this rack. Bummer. Find it. Oh, I do have a long 1/8". Let's see here. I do. Okay, let's do it this way then. What I do is I get one bolt in it and then drill it when it's bolted down. I thought I broke that bit. Maybe I broke the 3/16 bit. I need to throw some of this crap out. Or at least get it back to St. Louis. I got way too much shit in this little apartment. So we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4. I need some blind nuttos. Some washers. Got to have the washers. So how many of you guys are going to stay with me all day? Probably none of you. We need some nut jobs. So, got to be real careful of this box. You knock this off the table and, ooh man, what a mess that's it. I did it once already. What a disaster that was. $52,000 pickup. Yep, we're gonna straighten this shithole up today. Okay. Let's just whack that off there. So we want to drill in that direction there. Pretty close. Close enough. That ain't it. I am going to have to go out today and get some sodas and stuff. I stopped yesterday on the way back from John's. I got TV dinners for the week, but I didn't pick up no sodas or cookies or lunch meat or any of that shit. I should have done that. Let's see. Well, I guess maybe I can drill it from there. Yep, we're doing good. We're downhill from here. We are downhill from here. See, that's quite a bit there. That should be good there. Okay, take it back off. Old men making their toys. You know, I get to think about it, man. This is the last of the Mohicans. I mean, nobody builds shit anymore. What was that? Drill press by Armstrong. Look at that, right center in the deals there. Let's see, we need to grind that blind nut off. There's always one blind nut that's just slightly off because of the kick of the engine. You know, I'm kicking the motor out. So they don't lie straight, both of them in the engine bearers. That's okay. But that's okay. We need to just get this done. We ain't got time to monkey around. Morning, Alan. How many of you guys are going to make it to FCM? I really like that contest because we get to hang out with the guys and go eat at the steakhouse, and we need to screw these in. So this is a 60. We need a 6-ounce tank for it. I don't think I have a 6-ouncer. Yep, I gotta put a washer on that. Gotta change the Venturi out. Put the Randy Smith needle valve in it. It's gonna get a Brian Gardner liner and a Brian Gardner head. We are going to have a Super Magnum. I was seriously considering putting the 46 in it, but John talked me out of it. He said, yeah, I wouldn't be happy with it. You know, he's probably right. .46 is for some classic airplane. This is a little bit bigger than classic airplane. You know, I thought this thing only had a 13-inch tail moment, but it has a 16-inch tail moment. I measured wrong. So it is a decent sized airplane. Okay, so we got her pointed out. Yep. You see that? See how much is pointed out in that direction? This one here is always kicked over because, you know, the way the engine is. It's just how it is. But it's not a catastrophe. You just grind the blind nut loose, and I super fill the inside of that anyway, so to seal that all up, so you don't get a lot of fuel running down inside between the nose block and the engine bearers and loosening all that shit up. There we go. That's that part done. Now I'll take this. Is this the one or is it this one? I think it's this one. I'll glue that back on. Yep, there's that piece. Shit. Oh crap. I got it split. What's happened here? So we'll just tack it back together. No big deal. Don't even have to. Just set it on there. Perfect. Perfect. Pretty important to put these filler blocks back in. Hey, Jim. Yeah, there it is. There it be. It's in there. I drilled 8 holes. Good enough. You want to make sure to put them fillers back in because when you sand around the nose, it'll leave an empty spot. So I need to mark where my fuel line is going to come through. And we're going to do that by eyeball. There we go. We'll open that up to 1/4 inch after the motor's out of it. Maybe I'll cut a slot in it. I think that'd be good. That would be good. So I'll do this. Oh, I should have looked. I got even a longer. This is a 12-inch, 1/8" drill bit. 6 and 12. I thought I broke them things. Oh well. Let's see, fuel line is about this big, so we'll go that big. Might need to go bigger. We'll get a piece of fuel line and check it out. Yep. Well, it goes in there, but okay. Look for a tank again. I can't believe I don't have a 6-ounce tank. This is what? This is a long, skinny tank. That ain't it. Might have to make a tank. This is a what? This is a big old tank. Too long. These things are turds. Oh well, we'll worry about tanks later. I can make one out of glass or tin. Good morning, good morning, good morning all. We're just having fun building airplanes this morning. It'll be what my day is set out to do. We'll build some airplane shit. I think the best way to tackle these projects, there's an 8-ounce tank. We could use that. The best way to tackle these projects is to do them in subdirectories or whatever, where components. Well, we do a stab, get that done. Do the motor crutch, get that done. Do the fuselage, get that done. Just parts. And by the time you're done, you get all these parts and you just put them together. And that way it doesn't seem like such a daunting experience of, man, I got all this shit I gotta do. Bummer I broke my bit, but it did come out easy, so that's good. Let's finish sanding that up. And then we'll go on to fuselage glue up. And then it's wing skin time. I'll get the wing skins done today too. And next week I can put it all together. No big deal. I got to do the subset gear. I think I need a candy bar and a soda. Actually, let's make a microwave omelet. I got 6 brown eggs left. We'll make a microwave omelet. Gotta clean the place up today. One. 2. This is the cooking show this morning. I forgot I didn't eat breakfast and all of a sudden my stomach's growling at me. So, take 3 eggs, put them in a paper bowl. This is a real simple way to go. Beat them up. You can add milk, but I don't. I just kind of mush them around in there. A little salt, a little pepper, add some cheese. 3 minutes in the microwave and we're done. And when I pull it out, it'll be beautiful. We got the Fiesta cheese, Fiesta blend. I figure if you guys can watch Wendy with pizza, you should be able to watch me make an omelet. Yeah, we'll put a little hot dog in it. How about that? Little hot dog is like ham, so it's ham and cheese, hot dog and cheese omelet. That's close to bacon, I guess. One hot dog is plenty. Okay, get the soda out. Did I get one out? Thought I did, but I guess not. So we got a soda. And we'll do the 2.5 or 3 minute omelet because it's got hot dogs. Put this back in. Just as good as 12th Street Cafe. Except the atmosphere ain't as good. This is a... And when I show you this, you go, wow. Oh. There we go. Good to go. Back to work. So let's clean some of this crap up. Need to put this back. Put this in this here. We don't want to lose the carbon. It's too expensive. And pick this up, and the hinges will go here. We need 2 hinges for that. We don't need this piece anymore because it didn't work anyway. We need this for the rudder, so that goes with there. My hinge slotting tool, I'm going to need that. I'm going to need these 2 parts. Probably not going to need the tape anymore. Going to need that to slot for the hinge. The pen we'll need. The plane I'll need. Screwdriver I don't need anymore. This I don't need anymore. Oh, I hear it cooking. Hope you guys don't mind, but I'm hungry and I gotta eat. It is 9:30 here, and I've been up since about 3 o'clock. You know, I should start these videos earlier so that the Europeans can watch them live. I'm not going to need the drill anymore. Yep, it's breakfast time. Hey, here's a drill bit right here's a good drill bit right here. Let's see, what size is this? I'll be dipped. The one I broke. Cool. Now I'll show you the omelet, but I won't make you watch me eat it. But I'm still gonna be on camera. I'll just be off camera eating the omelet. You don't need to see me eat. Okay, what does a microwave omelet look like? Come on now, get out of there. Yeah, it's stuck to the pan. Too much cheese, I guess. I'll hit it 15 seconds more. It'll be fine. It's 15, it'll go another 10. Close enough. We got a runny here. Hot. Got a little bit runny there. I don't want to overcook it though. Believe it or not, you can cook lobster in the microwave. And I can make hard-boiled eggs in the microwave. And they don't blow up. Come on. Yum. Let's see what we got here. I apologize, guys, but I'm really hungry. Amsterdam, hey, cool. In Belgium, cool. Very good content. Stunt hanger, very good content. Belgium, that's great. I apologize for eating, but I gotta eat, guys. I'm starving. And we'll run this stream all day. Oh, it'll take me a second to eat this. Hot dogs, yum. Morning, Kevin. Let's go, Brandon. I'm glad Amsterdam and Belgium are watching me. I know that Korea and Japan watch me. If you're not a member Oh, by the way, I got the Brodak video edited up, and I can't get it loaded up on the YouTube for some reason. It's about 40 minutes long. Good content, but it won't come up. I can't figure out how to transfer it from my computer to my laptop. Any of you guys know why permissions are denied? I'm going to have to go buy a new laptop. Yeah. Let's see. Buenos dias, Emilio. Almost done here. I'll be back to work. Average duration is 9 minutes 44 seconds. That's all you guys can stand to me. 9 minutes. Okay, we're done. Okay, I want to finish up. This. Center line, 3/16 back. Close enough. I'm going to have to take my computer to Geek Squad and say, hey, why can't I upload anything? Or download anything, or whatever. Permissions denied. I tried restarting, I tried resetting the permissions. Can't get it to do it. Had to be some stupid update they did. Quit monkeying around. I looked on the forums for different fixes. No good. I even tried, maybe I'll try a Dropbox. Put it in the Dropbox from this and over to my iPad and see if I can't upload it with the iPad. I don't know. I'm about sick of technology. They're screwing around. For your safety, I don't want to be safe. Just let it happen. Worry about it when it happens. Oh, that ain't no good. That's better. If you can make FCM, you need to go to that. That's a good contest. Cleveland is a good contest. I like going to Cleveland. Years ago, when I met Casminato, I really liked going to Cincinnati, but Cincinnati's kind of dead now. They don't do nothing. Okay, let's sand this up, finish this puppy off. Should be good to go. Now, let me explain something. If you look at this, I used 80 grit sandpaper and I sanded in an X, and you can see those scratch marks going this way and that way. You gotta know when to stop, because you gotta knock all them sanding marks out of it with 180. How do you boil hard eggs in a salt? Salt. Get a bowl of water, put your hard-boiled eggs in the water, 3-4 eggs in the water, and then you pour, I don't know, 5 or 6 tablespoons of salt in the water, and you start boiling it, and you boil them for 11 minutes in the microwave. One of them might crack. They don't explode, but one might crack a little bit. But the salt softens the shell, so it doesn't go pow. Microwave lobster, that's really good too. Really good. You think microwave lobster, it's got to be boiled. No, microwave. But you got to stand and watch it, because the minute it turns clear, it's done. You overdo it, it'll be a rubber band. When I was in the desert, I used to buy the commodities from the Indians. $20 for a box of commodities, which they get government cheese and all that shit. And I would buy that because they wanted the money for dope. I wanted the food. I got cookies and bread. Anyway, I used to take a torch. I had a steel workbench that I worked on. And lunchtime would come around. Take brake cleaner and spray off the workbench and wipe it down. Take a rag with a little water on it and wipe that off. Then heat the workbench with a torch, with a acetylene torch, till she got pretty hot, red. And make grilled cheese sandwiches on it. I made a turkey on a salamander one time. It didn't turn out very good. It kind of tasted like diesel. But I've done some weird stuff. I was drunk one time on a 3-story apartment building that had a column on it, brick column, and the bricks had grooves. You know, you could get your fingers in it, probably about 3/8 of an inch. And my hands were real strong as a mechanic back then. Now they're strong, but not as strong. My finger grip is not quite as good as it used to be. I climbed down from the 3rd floor balcony down a post. No wires, no safety net, no nothing. Just gripping onto that brick block. People down by the pool said, "Man, look at that guy, he's crazy." I don't know that I could go up, but I did get down okay. Drinking made me do some weird stuff. 10 foot tall and bulletproof. See them scratches there? Probably not. Got to keep sanding until them scratches get out of there, but you had to know when to stop, or else you got to have your shape, but you got to get rid of the scratches too. And we're going to have to get these 180 scratches out of it with 320. And then 320 scratches out of it with 600. So we're looking for a 6 to 7 ounce fuselage. It came out fine. Thinner can is lighter than the metal that he had. He's working on it. It's crap weather out right now or we'd be flying. I need to look out there and see what it looks like. Overcast and windy. So, overcast and windy. So we're not flying. So if you look at this, dead nut straight. Sanded by eye. So we need to make the marks for this. I think you should make him yourself. I think you're right. Now if I could find my saw that my mom gave me, that would be perfect to go down in this slot. It's in that pile of crap behind me somewhere, but I'm going to have to dig into that before I can find it. Okay, there it is. So anybody that's built these things knows that 3 ounces is about where it's at for a stab this size. And this one's going to be 2.5, so 2.6, somewhere in there. Pratt was telling me he had a 3.5 ounces. Holy balls, man. That's more than I'm interested in. Now normally I wouldn't cut these with the Dremel, but because it's got a carbon fiber spar in it, you kind of have to, because you're not going to penetrate it with a knife. It'll screw up. Trust me. Let's see if I can. Slots are sloppy, but that'll allow for some epoxy to get in there. We'll close up the gap with some balsa like I did the other side. There we go. Okay, moment of truth. What does it weigh? Now we're going to lose a little bit because I'm going to cut the ends of this wire off. I guess I could do that now. Only something report. What the hell's that? Yep, only 2 hinges. You don't need all them. If you put a 3rd hinge in it, it goes into a bind. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 attachment points on this. Why would you have 8? The only time I've ever had a flap failure was using canopy glue. Never use canopy glue. Use epoxy. Let's see what it weighs. Where's my scale? Most important part. What does a puppy weigh? Where did the scale go? That does it. We're going to clean up the mess. Yeah, shit. Come on, guys. You know where the scale is. Where is it? Gotta be right here. I haven't been anywhere. Not there. It's not there. Not on the bench. Not there. I didn't take it to the bathroom. Not there. Didn't fall on the floor. It's got to be right here in front of me somewhere. Yeah, I think we'll put the fuselage together today. And by the time I get that done, I can skin the wings, let them dry till tomorrow. Tomorrow night we can put them together. I got to do a bell crank. This is a real simple airplane. Not under the plans here. It's not here. It's not here. It's got to be in plain sight somewhere. Is it in the drawer? It's not in the drawer. Not in this drawer. Did I put it under here? No, it's not under there. Did I throw it away? No. It's not where I set it normally. What the hell happened to it? See, little guys come over here when my back is turned and grab shit and run off with it. Just like work. Not there. I know it's sitting right in front of my face somewhere. I can't see it. It ain't under the plans. Here's the plans, not under there. Come on. Oh, this CRS is ridiculous. Did I put it in a drawer, maybe? Not in there. Not in there. Not in there. It's got to be sitting out somewhere. And I usually set it right up here on this, but it's gone. I lost a Thunderbolt rudder for a year because it just disappeared. God damn. Ah, here it is. Slid down behind the silk span. Okay. Two and a half ounces. If you don't believe me, I can show you. 2.5 ounces. That's a good weight. Let's see how long that puppy is. It is 28 inches. So it's a normal size stab that they usually weigh 3. But we got her down to 28 by using good wood, no glue. Remember, very important to wipe all the glue off. If you don't get all the glue off, it'll be 3 ounces. And then you go, why is my airplane tail heavy? Okay, let's set this aside. And we'll set up for a fuselage. Okay, set it back on the shelf where it goes. There we go. Gonna need a little room here. Well, the fuselage is drying. I can clean that workbench off so I can set up for wings. The glass top on that is 3/8 of an inch plate glass, and this is a piece of plywall. You know, that crap particle board crap that they sell at Lowe's. So you know, it's not perfectly straight, but the glass is shimmed perfectly straight. So we'll do the wings on the glass. You can put them together sitting here because got to do it by eye anyway because the cradles are cut weird. Them are kit cradles. They're not like Hunt does them, where you got one cradle for each half. It's one cradle for one wing. So yeah, I don't doubt it. Democrats are stealing everything else. So far in savings, we got a 1/2 ounce there, 1 1/4 ounces there. So we're down to 2 3/4 ounces. I'm happy. That's good enough. I think I'm going to glue this nose together with white glue and no epoxy. Of course, I don't know. Maybe I'll do the epoxy. Shit. Need to have them. Might have to trim that a little bit to get that motor to fit in there. I'm going to take this needle valve out. Let's go, Brandon, you scumbag. One thing I didn't check is this fuselage is not set up for a tube muffler. Shoot. I'm going to have to glue a piece on it. I should have known that. Need to get rid of this. Need to get rid of the tube for now. Yep, that's perfect. I don't have to do shit. That worked perfect. I am going to have to add a second piece of nose ring on this though, because the nose blocks are not quite long enough. I cut too much off there. /16. No big deal. It's only wood. Let's cut that out so it doesn't hit that. Their blocks in this kit are like pine. It's unreal. So far what I've used of the kit, and this is all I've used of the kit, these two nose blocks, F1, F2, and that's it. And the foam core on that. So we're batting 1,000,000. I'm gonna the kit calls for a 1/4 inch bottom block. I'm gonna do 1/2 inch. The kit calls for a 1/4 inch top block. I'm gonna do 3/8 on top of the turtle deck. Subtle changes so I can get more shape out of it. So I'll guarantee you my 1/2 inch piece of wood is twice as light as their 1/4 inch piece of wood anyway. Okay. We're going to have to add a little piece right here for cowling. Oh, the cowl. That's okay though. And I've even moved the firewall back on this an inch. So let's get some wax paper. I'm gonna epoxy it. We'll use I got some Bob Smith epoxy I'll use. And I'm gonna show you another trick. Of course, and you guys can do it on a bandsaw better than I can do it here. But we're gonna do it anyway. In order to get some more gluing area, I'm going to take that Japanese back saw and I'm going to cut some slots in this. Just some little notches. Doesn't have to be much. They're only about, I don't know, 32nd of an inch deep. About every 3/8 of an inch. Is it absolutely necessary? No. What it does, it gives you more gluing area. And the biggest thing about a stunt plane, in order to make a good stunt plane, is got to have a good rock solid engine mounting, vibration dampening to get a good engine mounting. So anything that can give you the slight advantage is well worth doing. That way you don't end up with any stupid problems. You could do this, I could do this with a cutoff wheel too, but this is just as good. Okay, it's one side. You could do them closer together, farther apart, not at all. A couple of drill marks. You know, if you had a drill, you wanted to just take a drill and drill some slight holes in it, that would help. Matter of fact, that drill idea would probably be better than this. If you fill the drill hole up with epoxy before you put it together, you know, fill it up with epoxy so it's all wet, of course, when you lay it up. It would act like a peg. It would peg it all together. But I've always done this. This works. I usually do it at home on a bandsaw, but I got this good back saw here we'll do it with. Sometimes I leave them out. It's best to do it. anything to give you the edge. And this airplane don't have any plywood in the nose, so we got to get as much edge as we can get. Okay. So now, take the Durablock here and make sure to get all that flat. All looks pretty good. That's pretty good. I think I'll do this half at a time because I got Bob Smith epoxy enough to do that. That JB Weld stuff is crap. I just figured, you know, the JB Weld, their gray metal fixing epoxy is so good. I figured, well, it must, JB Weld 5-minute must be just as good. Nah. Wrong answer. Okay, do we want to do it all at once? I suppose so. I'm going to put these in the microwave for 10 seconds, 8 seconds. I told somebody one time to put epoxylite in the microwave to make it pliable. And I guess they burnt themselves. They wanted to sue me. Anything I do here is you use at your own risk. I'm not telling you to put epoxy in the microwave. But keep in mind, when you put shit in the microwave, when it comes out, it's probably pretty hot. Common sense is a little short. Don't stick your finger in the wall socket, you know. Probably electricity in there. So we don't have a whole lot of time to work with this because this is the real stuff here. Engine bearers, doublers, motor mount, landing gear, bell crank location, and you're epoxying that stuff together. That's about the only time that you'll use a liberal amount of epoxy. And I mean lots of epoxy. You got to get the hump on because this stuff starts setting up, then you're screwed. You know, don't be dilly-dallying. Usually I normally, when I do this stuff, you know, I've just been, in the last 5 years, I've been streaming. You know, this is live. It's not edited, so I can't cut away and take a break and all that. I gotta go, you know, so Sometimes if I get quiet or whatever, it's because I got to pay really close attention to what the hell I'm doing. Oop. Okay, we got a little bit of goober on there. I don't want the goober inside there. Oop, I pulled it. Let's see here. We got the goobers. Can't get on it. Get the hump on. Make sure it's all flat. That feels pretty good there. We'll just let her sit. Yep, that's it. So I need to sand sand a little bit off that side. Take the motor out and sand a little bit. We gotta get this nose ring on there right. We'll wait a second for this stuff to dry. See, this is real epoxy here. It's dry already. Another JB Weld shit. 5 minutes. You wait for an hour. It finally gets dry. I wonder what they were thinking when they made this tank compartment. God, it's only got to be 5 inches long. How the hell are you going to get a 6-ounce tank in 5 inches? I don't know, Mike. Of course, you know, when this kit came out, I believe it was mid-80s. Shit, you could use half hour, you could use an hour, you could use 24 hour. I use 5-minute epoxy because that's what I got. You just got to get the hump on and get it done. Anyway, when this airplane came out, you know, when you get a kit, a skilled builder doesn't really build kits. I mean, they might, but you know, each of us has our own way of doing things. And they're not gonna make a kit that only an advanced builder could build. Like I set my tank back into the wing 1 inch. If it was a little different design, I'd be setting it back in another inch, so it'd be 2 inches back, put a 3/4 extension on, which I still could do. And I might do. Yeah, I might do that. Put a 3/4 extension on, lengthen the nose. I think I will do that. I'll go ahead and lengthen the nose on this puppy. No rule says I can't do that. Motor's sitting in the same spot it was. It looks better when you put an extension on them. Stretch it up. That way it would be a 9-inch nose instead of an 8.5. Let's see. The nose moment on this thing is 8.5, and if I add 3/4, it'd be 9 1/4. That's what we're gonna do. Good morning, Steve. We are gonna add a shaft extension. I have to. At this point, you have to think ahead. At this point, I have to add a piece to the fuselage side so there's not a gaping hole underneath where the muffler comes out. So I'm going to add a little triangle or square looking thing right there. Yeah, it's straight, so we got it. We did it. We did it. So I need to look at the plans and see how that This first bulkhead goes right here. I don't like how this is done either, but there's not much I can do about it. The second bulkhead goes right here. Third. I'm probably going to mold the top. I need to pull that in so I can see what it looks like. I guess I could tape it. Tape it! Now this thing's got center lines on it, but I'm not going to use them. I'm just going to eyeball it. Be close enough. I think what I'm going to do is when I glue these on, pretty damn straight. Pretty damn straight. I got a little bit of dip right there where that thing was broke, so I just fill that in with a piece of 16th, I guess. I'll take the motor out. We'll take the motor out. Nope, I don't want to take the motor out yet till I do the shaft extension. I think I got a 1/4 inch shaft extension, I think. I know I got a 5/16. We're gonna need to make a couple more of them. Let's see here. We got stuff. Might be in this box here. Yep, this is a 5/16 nut. Or is it yeah, it's a 5/16. That's a 5/16. Yeah, it looks like we're going to forego the shaft extension. I don't have one. I'll just build it as is, stock. Okay. Makes no difference. So we need a piece. Looks to be about a 1/4 inch. Except that's not going to do it. Let's see here. If I make it a 1/4, I need an 1/8. 1/8 and a 3/32. So where's the 1/8? 1/8 is here. 1/8 is there. I really need, this is 3/16, that's why it needs to be an 1/8. 3/32 and an 1/8. Where the hell is an 8 piece of 8? Here's a piece of 8. Is it wide enough? Yep, it's got to be 8. Emilio. Robert, this super tanker have a true Venturi? Of course. Here's a true Venturi here. Oh no, this is a true Venturi. Right here. See that? It's got a taper in the bottom, a taper in the top, and it meets right there at that hole. I usually use the Randy Smith Venturis, but he doesn't have one, so I'll be using that aluminum one till he gets one of them Delrons made. It doesn't much matter. They all work. Especially seeing as that I run pressure, so it makes no difference. Need a piece of 8. Where are you? Piece of 8. Then we're going to have to dig through the sheeting and see what I can do about sheeting. There we go on the 8th. This is 3/32, so we'll go 3/32 and need to go off the end here. Well, Mike, your airplane got saved. Yep, okay. So I need this piece here. We're going to cut a piece of wood. It almost got bastardized some more. It's already going to have a few pounds of gear. Yep, 16th. Nope, I don't want to do that. Don't want to get my new saw full of CA. I need a piece of 16th. 16th, we can use this rockwood 16th, I suppose. Oh, this is wind checked wood. But we'll use it up. Perfect. Perfect. Yeah. I would have done the extension if I had it, but I don't, so. So it lives with stock numbers. Because they look so much nicer with an extension on them. Makes it look like you thought about it. This was a good piece of wood, 12. Was a good piece of wood. So take this little filler piece and stick it right there. I think it'd probably be best to, yeah, we'll glue it on there anyway now. Shouldn't, well, I better not. I don't want to lock the bolt up in there. That would be a disaster. One thing at a time. So we need to get them filed down first. Better, if you guys are watching me, I better have my back so you can see what the hell I'm doing. Now, the reason I'm doing this is because I think we're going to do my cowl mounting a little different than I normally do. I'm going to do it like he did with 2 screws, so I have to inset some plywood in there. I really want to put this piece of wood on here. Let me take that 1 screw out. This front one, or at least wrong one. This one right here. Now, I'll show you what I'm talking about here. I pushed this piece of wood down so there's about a 1/16 of an inch gap where right here. If I don't fill that now with a piece of wood, it will come back to haunt me when I sand the nose in. So it's best to do it now. You'll have putty there, and we don't like putty. Yep. Perfect. Perfect. So then we take the hard block. Shit, we're up to 11 o'clock already. See, there's a little gap right there too. See that gap right there? We're going to fill that with some wood. Come back here. Because that will be a problem in the final sanding. It's not a big deal. Pretty simple to fix. You just stick it in there and CA it. Whack it off. It's full. It's filled now. Sand it flat. This thing feels like a bat. I mean, and when I get the bottom floor in there, that'll box that up, makes it even stronger. So, just how I do things. Now, nose ring. We're going to epoxy that on too. I don't like epoxying, but whatever. We'll mix up a little bit more epoxy and I'll epoxy that on and let it dry. Robert, this super tiger. Already told you. Yes. See how nice these. This is a 3M black tape container. You mix epoxy in it or superfill or whatever. It's clean. Comes right out. I don't know what kind of plastic it is, but good stuff. And I get these at work because we get black tape and they don't need them. They're going to throw them out. So I took a couple home to test, and that was a added bonus because I would have just threw them away. But that was an added bonus that they clean up. So if you're out buy electrical tape, buy 3M electrical tape that comes in that little tub. So not only do you get your electrical tape, you get epoxy mix and stuff. Or you can cut up your AMA magazines like I do and use them for paint mixing and epoxy mixing and whatever. It's about all they're good for. That magazine is an ad book for drones. Not interested. But if that makes them happy, knock yourself out. Now you can put a spinner back plate on this, but my eyes are good enough to get an equal distance all the way around that drive washer. We'll just sit and hold that until it's tacked up, and it'll be fine. Now you can white glue these on, you can CA them on. I've done it all kinds of ways. No set way to do any of this stuff, really. As long as the outcome is the same, who cares how it gets there? So far, we have the rudder done. Rudder sanded, done. Could be tissued. Elevators are done, could be tissued. Fuselage will be done today. And then it's just put the wings together next week and put it all together and paint. The painting is what takes the time. Especially here, because I can't paint in this apartment. I got to do it over at John's. And I really am appreciative of John letting me use his facility, because I don't know what I'd do if I didn't. You know, I'd have to do it outside, and the neighbors would complain. I'd get thrown out of here. Because I ain't going to stop building airplanes. Doesn't matter where I'm at. It was so cute when my dad said, "You still building airplanes?" Yep. He said, "Never quit." I said, "I won't." So that's a promise I made to my World War II 98-year-old dad. Never quit. All right, Steve, take care. I don't expect you guys to hang out with me all day. I've already been on 2 hours. I think I'm going to take a break. Probably, I don't know, what do you think? Around lunch? Should I do that around 12? Take a break? Because I'm going to work all day. I'm going to get this fuselage done. And then we'll probably move on to the wings. So I babysitted this into reality. It looks like I'm going to have about 1/64 of back plate to nose ring clearance. That's good enough. 30 seconds probably better, because when you glass the nose, which I haven't been glassing the noses lately. Been, with this new paint system that we've been doing, I just been tissuing the noses. Or did I glass the nose? I don't remember. I got that CRS stuff. I probably glassed the nose because I always glass the cowl. Is that absolutely necessary? Not really. We got 24 people watching, it says. So this is a big draw. And we got Amsterdam. And I think somewhere in Brazil. And give a shout out where you're from. So we need to epoxy a triangle on here. A 1/4 inch triangle. So here's a 1/4. See, when I design an airplane or whatever, and I'm going to use this motor, I lay all this out on the fuselage side. I have no idea what they were thinking when they did this. We'll just tack this on there. Probably going to have to take it back off, but probably want to look at it from the top, what I'm doing here. So we'll get that down there like so, and we'll put this camera on, turn auto director off so you can see how this is done. We'll go here. Okay. If you don't do this step, what I'm about to do here, when you put your cowl on, you'll have a big hole underneath the muffler and it'll look like Dick. So in order to do this, we're going to tack this on. Let's see, where is... I'm just going to make it permanent. I got the marks now. Okay. This square ain't quite big enough. Where's my other square? Oh well. I got a square that's big enough right here. We got her now. We got her now. Still could go a little more. Gotta leave enough for 64th plywood in there. Figure about 1/16 of an inch clearance. That's good. Okay, we need that fine tooth saw for that. There we go. And that's how you cover that hole up. Malvern, Florida. Cool. Jeff. So, all that rigmarole I just did there is so that when you put the cowl on, there's not a gaping hole under the muffler. That's not in the plans, so see, when I normally cut these fuselage sides out, when I'm designing my own airplane, I plot that out and cut that out of the fuselage side so I don't have to glue a block in there, but it'll be fine. But you got to think of it up front, or else when you get to the end, you go, oh shit. Let's cut this off here now. See how this saw cuts through carbon. Not too bad. Come on, get a start in there. Don't want to start. Maybe it's telling me something. I don't want to screw my saw up. Got this side okay. Got that side okay, but didn't want to do this side very good, so we'll just sand it. Sando de bando. This fuselage, like I say, needs to weigh 7 ounces complete. No more than 7, hopefully 6. 5 would be better, but 5 is dreaming. obviously that looks like a baseball bat. It'll be tapered start way back here, but I just wanted to get a little bit off of it. Let's cut my nose block piece now out of my good $23 piece of wood. And we'll get that tacked on and get that started to shaping. So we got this. That screw's probably too long. Or we could use the Big Art muffler. We're going to use the lightest one, and I bet it's this one here. Big Art muffler looks good, but... And it's the... Well, we can change it back and forth. It doesn't matter, because right now, it doesn't matter, you know, for nose weight or whatever. Or we could put a tongue muffler on it. Which they don't run as good with a tongue muffler, but... Get out of there. Or I could take it over to John's house and turn that puppy off. Except, nope, they've JB welded this stack on. Okay, this one is heavier. We'll put the light one on. We'll have to clean that up too. This is the admission tube muffler. Wow. Yeah, I have several admission Big Art mufflers like that. I like the Dinger muffler the best, but you can't get them no more. That's what I have on my June R and my Tucker. So now with that little modification, you see how much nicer that'll look. The cowl will break right behind there and then come up there and you can't see shit. You know, otherwise it's a gaping hole in the side of the fuselage. So just keep that in mind when you're building your next airplane. Let's see, this is the bottom, so they go in on the other side. But let's cut this piece of wood. Ooh. Ooh. Let's see, one side's lighter. Well, we can weigh it because it's 18 inches long. It's cut exactly in half, which is good. I'll get 2 airplanes out of it. Okay. It's almost sacrilegious to cut this piece of wood. It's so damn expensive. I figured it was going to be about $10. And then when she said $28 for the 1 1/4, I said, you can keep that. Because I knew it wasn't. Somebody left it. They didn't want it because it was heavy. Or probably because it was expensive. But it was right on the line. You know, my calibrated scale hands figure that thing was probably around 5.5 pounds. This piece is 3.5 pounds. I could not let it stay at Brodex to be thrown into some BS kit. Could not do that. I'm not going to know how to act. I don't have to go to work till 7 o'clock tomorrow. It's not going to be hot, so that means I got to stay till 4:30, which is a bummer. Okay, let's take a comparison on weights. This piece is the stock kit piece. They're both 18 inches long. We're going to use the lighter of the two. Always use the lighter of this lighter stuff you got. They're probably going to be pretty close to the same. Of course, you never know. The piece of wood out of the kit, this 2x4 here, weighs 2.6 ounces. 2.6 ounces. This piece weighs 1.4. And this piece weighs 1.35. So we're going to use this piece here. So for a difference of savings of 2.6, 1.3, 1 point. It's half the weight. It's half the weight. 1.3, 2.6, or 2 grams. Kit wood is 74 grams. Replacement wood is 39 grams. 39, this piece is 40. So this piece of wood is good for a bat. Hey, Trinidad, great. Tobago to Trinidad and I don't know how to say it. Is that Tobago? Close enough? Model airplane clubs from around the world. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share. Super chat if you can. If you want to see the Nats footage, I need the bandwidth. So the super chats help. And Nats footage usually is better than what Brodax was. Brodax was, you know, there's so many green trees there, you can't see nothing. And plus I'll have help at the Nats. Maybe Dan will show up and we could do some interviews and, you know, all that other stuff. Let's go back on Auto Director. We'll let her rip. 1, 2, and 3. I need numbers on them puppies. Let's go to this camera. So this is half the weight. Half the weight. could have cut it. Shoot, I could have cut it a little bit shorter. I didn't realize. Damn. Could have saved an inch. I guess we'll use them somewhere else. We'll use that block up here in the nose when I do the cowl. I normally make my cowl sides out of 3/8 so you can get a lot of shape, and then you shape the outside and grind the inside out. Emilio has a Super Tiger on my Trivial, but my engine is old 60 muffler strap. I used one muffler Enya 45. Where do you live, Emilio? I keep thinking you live in Brazil. Yep, could have saved an inch on that block. I think I'm going to have a problem here, so I'm going to probably should do this. No, I guess not. I tell you, I like watching them guys in the Philippines sitting in the dirt making aluminum pans out of dirt, sand casting in the dirt. That's something. That is something. Yeah, it's a little off. If I was paying attention, I could have saved this piece of wood on the other piece, but whatever. I just cut it same as the kit, figuring they knew what they were doing, and they didn't. Oh well. So that's that. And this will get glued to this. And still got to sand it some more. What happened here? Yeah, there we are. Yes. Need to sand a little bit off, but about a 32nd of an inch off, so it fits perfect. I can't tell you how important it is, tight joints. How much lighter your airplane will be if you make your joints tight. If you make them sloppy, And you got to add glue to fill the slot. All that glue that you're carrying around is weight. And it's no good. Oh, get in there. We're going to tack that into... I got to cut this to the right length and get that tacked in there. Need a little bit more. I wonder if there's any Africans that watch this channel. There we go. Perfect. Perfect. I guess I could take that motor out of there. Tongue mufflers do not flow as well as a tube muffler. There's not enough volume, and they really rob power. I have run tongue mufflers before, but I always go back to the tube. The trick is to get a Scott Dinger muffler that's super light. I'm going to take this motor out. We don't need to have this thing in there. We know what we got. Now, let's hold this up. This. I might have Clark Gable fly this airplane. And you say, what? Clark Gable? I got Clark Gable. That we'll put in here. If, depending on the weight, where it's going to come. I want it sub 55 ounces. So, if the pilot's going to put it over, he won't get a pilot. But if it ain't, Clark Gable will be flying this puppy. I don't see him sitting up there. Where is he? We got this giant guy, but he's pretty heavy. I need to make a mold of that and get them molded up. Now I got to figure out how to get this engine out of here because they're in there pretty tight. There we go. Get the bolts out of it. It might come out. Last one. Fits like a glove. So this motor here will get crack potted, new bearings, new venturi, new spray bar, new cylinder liner, new piston, and a new head by Brian Gardner. This will be, and this motor here is a healthy motor. It really doesn't need to be redone. However, this is the motor that I have that has the least damage on the ears. I don't know why guys do this. You know, I get these motors. I didn't do these. This is a good case, but I get these motors and they've got, you know, they've got holes elongated in it. That one there's got that. This one here is not bad, but it looks like they had 632 bolts drilled through it. This one here is, I don't know, I could use this one out. I need to use my, oh, this one has a cracked ear there on the case. You could JB weld that and that'd be usable. This one here is a big gym motor, and it's had the muffler lugs ogled out. I probably got a brand new 60 up there somewhere I might look at doing. But I think I do have a brand new in the box 60 up there still. Let's pull them down. I got to figure out which motor we're going to use anyway. This is the one that I had in the Viper last year. That's a big gym. That's some other Tom Lay. Let's see. Stupid Tiger. That's an empty box, so it's not in that one. Maybe it's in this box here. These are 46s. What's in this box? Here's another, this engine's been destroyed. The muffler lug's been ate off of it, or the ear's been ate up. But good looking case, except for the ear, which you probably could repair that with JB Weld. So I got more 60s in St. Louis. And I think there might be another one left up there, but I don't know. Let's see here, what's in this box? Is this a 46? No, this is a 60. Oh, there's a extension. I could have done it. Maybe we'll use it. This one here, this 60 here looks real good. We might use this case here. No, it's got good compression, I can tell. There, damn, I got two extensions. I could have done it. Oh well. We'll keep Pratt happy. Oh well. And I think I got a couple more around here too somewhere. So we're going to have the newest engine that I can put together in this airplane. We'll put together another new one with the Brian Gardner setup. So I had, this is the one that I drilled the motor for. We're not lacking on 60s. Not anyway. I got a couple new 46s. I got a George Aldrich 46 in my Continental. A GMA 46. Weight of a Super Tiger 60. The weight of a Super Tiger 60, I think, is 11.5 ounces, right? If I remember right. $345 grams, it's 12.15. And you add the muffler. 13.2, 13.25 ounces. But that beats the crap out of a PA 75, 2 ounces heavy, 3 ounces heavier by the time you put all the rigmarole, plus 2 ounces extra fuel. Okay. Okay, where are we at here? I gotta get my act together. We're gonna stay on 15 more minutes and I'm gonna take an hour break for lunch. I'll come back, work 4 more hours, take a break for dinner, and come back, and I'll be off probably at 8 o'clock tonight. We'll do a full day because I got nothing better to do. And if you got nothing better to do, come on in with me. You know what? Let's measure that up and get that thing glued in there, tacked in there anyway. Quit stinking around. We got the stabilizer done, rudder done. We got the fuselage done. I'll get the wings laid up tonight. We'll start putting it together next weekend. Well, I can't. I got to go back to St. Louis next weekend, 4th of July weekend and all. Got to make a quick trip there and get my car registered and take care of problems with the house. Let's see, what do we got for a measurement here? We got two and 15/16 looks like. Nope, 2 7/8. 2 7/8 of an inch. So, did I cut this long enough? Yeah, it looks long enough. Two and 7/8. Get my other ruler here. Where's my metal square? That's why I can't find nothing. 2 7/8. Now this, what I'm doing here is, I don't know, not orthodox, but we're going to try it. Never done it this way before, but I don't see why it won't work. Because I'm tired of monkeying with flaps. 2 7/8. Put in a chick pilot. That's what's in my Nobler. They don't fly very well. 2 7/8 divided by 2 equals 1 7/16. One and 7/16. And for you guys that don't know how to read a ruler, that's one little mark underneath 1 1/2. And 9/16 is one little mark more than a half. So what this is my flap fillets, and I'm putting the flap fillets in before the wing's installed. That's too big. I have a circle template somewhere. Who knows where? Here we go. Circle template. This will all be cut away. Once it's together, but they want it in there now, and I'm going to tack it in so this fuselage stays together. So this goes down to here. Why doesn't that fit perfect? Because it doesn't go all the way down there, I suppose. Of course, it don't matter. I gotta open that up anyway. Ah, shit. Let's turn that upright so I can get an eyeball on it. Now I'm just going to put a drop of CA on it. I don't want to glue it in permanent in case I got to move it or in case I don't like it. Need to see where we're going to come out on weight on this fuselage. We got 10 minutes, 5 minutes or so. So this goes all the way down. Is it this one here or is it this one here? Don't seem right. Ah, no wonder why I got it in the wrong spot. This one goes up here, you dumbass. This one goes here. Just a drop. Yeah. check this. Let's see, this one goes here. I gotta cut that 3/8 block for the bottom. This one goes down to there. That's the way it goes. Wonder why it didn't look right. That's better. So just a drop there. And a drop there. Well, we'll put this one in first to make sure it's right. This goes all the way to the bottom. Sits on the bottom. It ties the fuselage to the top. Okay. Drop there. Now this one goes all the way to the bottom. Okay. Strega, lumber wagon. Strega, you and Charles and them Stregas. Boy, that's straight. That's dead nut straight. That is good. So, instead of having the clamp on here, I'm going to take and put a drop of CA on the tail post, because it's in the right spot. Drop CA here. Lumber wagons. It needs that big 3-inch airfoil to carry that turd around. For heavy airplanes. I'm going to have to sand that a little bit. Unless I put it on this way, see what happens. You can't build them airplanes light. There's just too much wood in it. Okay, let's see what this weighs. I think it's over 6 ounces already. We are at well, we're close. 585. It'll be 7 ounces when it's done, so I'm not going to cheat much on the fuselage. Which is a bummer. Which is a bummer. Of course, we're going to take a percentage off of this. I need to cut some fillers for here and get that filled in so that the tank box is complete. We'll do that when we come back. But I get this tacked on and I get this trimmed off and we'll get it started to shape. I get the top piece glued on. He got stringers on this and all kind of business. I don't know if I want to do that or not. Leave some parts off. But you see, with the flap fillets in there already, these are the flap fillets. The trailing edge butts right there, the horns come out this way. They're zeroed because I zeroed them off the datum line. So get them zeroed and I get the elevator zeroed. And the bench trimming is going to be a lot easier. Usually I have to do that by eye. And sometimes I miss, like I did on the Continental. So in order to alleviate the problem of having to bend things, we'll just build it so it's perfect. Biggest thing you should have got out of today is this piece right here. That's the biggest thing that I would imagine that I give you. So, we have been on 3 hours and 15 minutes. It's hard to talk for 3 hours with nobody to talk to. So I'm going to take a break. This here has to be perfectly flat, so when you put the block on it, it seals. There we go. Not so much in the front here, because a lot of times I don't even put, hey Jim. All right, Jim, I'll be on in an hour. This bulkhead here doesn't have to match this so much because sometimes I never even put that bulkhead in. I only did it because the cowl is designed different than what I designed. Now, I know Jim's working along with me. And if you got a Magnum, you should be working along with me. And if you got a Magnum and it's built, I'd like to see pictures of it. I'd like to see if my tips are helping you. I know that since I started this channel, I'm seeing a lot of things you can read a tape. Yeah, I would imagine. I've seen the airplanes in the last 6 years since I've had this channel get better at the NAS. Whether they admit they're following me or not, I see a lot of stuff that I teach being implemented. We got guys that come into work and the first thing we say is, read a tape. Read this. What does that say right there? And they say, well, it's 12 and 6 of them little marks. And 5 of them big little bitty marks. Hell, I don't know. Kids can't read a tape. So if you can read a tape, that wasn't directed at you. But if you can't read a tape, oh, by the way, the fractions that I come up with, can I do them in my head sometimes? Can I do them faster on here? Yes, you get yourself this calculator. Fractions calculator. It'll give you the numbers in fractions instead of decimals. And it's free. So that's an app you can get. And I really like that. That's a really handy tool. Ah, I broke it. Oh well, I have to make another one. No, I don't. Glue it. Tape it. What is glue it? I'm gonna cut it off anyway. I gotta cut these formers out to turn it upside down on the bench when we go to put the wing in it. But I want to see what it weighs. So we're going to build it as directed by Mr. Mike Pratt. With a few mods. So we got 5, what did I say it was? 5 and it'll be 7 ounces. $5 3/4 with just this. When I shape this block, I'm going to shape it and leave enough material on it so that when you glue it down, it glues 100%. So these are 3/16 wide because I got 2 3/32 pieces, 3/32 fuselage sides and 3/32 doublers. So we'll mark it like so, and when I shape it and then hollow it, and I'll leave it so that all the bulkheads meet so it becomes monocoque like an egg, and all the sides meet so that when you press it down it becomes solid. But it'll just be hollow in between the bearers, so on and so forth. All right, we're going to end the program. I'll see you in about an hour. Be back about 1:30, somewhere in there. Fair winds, tight lines. Keep building. See ya.